City boy, city boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And you know we gotta go ahead and do a Monday Night Raw on Netflix review, baby. And honestly, man, this might not be too much of a review. This might be more of a rant, but that's what you're here for in the first place. All right, this show right here, man, we're talking about the go home show, the last Raw before WrestleMania, the final attempt, the final moment to gain hype, heat, and all of that good stuff for this WrestleMania. And the best that they can muster, is a 15-minute match that ends in a roll-up between Bayley and fucking Liv Morgan. That is the essence of this entire show. All phoned in nonsense. No stories to think of. All right, just bullshit. And then when we get to the end of the show, oh my goodness, it was like watching high school again. Like I felt like I was at the high school lunch table and just watching a whole breakup go down. Like one of the, you remember the weirdo kids that like got engaged and shit after like 2 weeks of being together and shit. Like you remember those kids, the senior that was like dating the freshman, and the senior would like, you know what I'm saying, he would like propose to the little freshman girl, like this. That's what it felt like. And then like 3 weeks later they broke up and it was like a big thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it felt like that. It felt like that. Like just ridiculous melodrama. But imagine that with a young 40-year-old, youngish 40-year-old man and like a 70-year-old fat dude, and they're all like, come on now, like this show, man, this is borderline homoerotic shit, man. Like this is just weird, bruh. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, man. This shit is just getting bad. It's just getting worse week after week after week. And it's like tonight we got 4 matches, bruh. We got 4 matches. In every single match, I won't say like, yeah, pretty much every single match was just a 15-minute 50-50 slugfest. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? What am I watching here? No storylines to think of, man. No real segments. No scenes. No character work. Nothing. WrestleMania is this weekend, and this is the show, bruh. Let's hop into this shit, man. Let's get through this. Before I get into this, what I will say is this week I'm going to be doing, obviously I got the review tonight. I'm going to be doing the review for NXT tomorrow. All right. We're going to be doing, I'm going to try to put out 2 videos on Wednesday. I'm going to try to put out 2 videos on Thursday, as well as our Friday Night SmackDown review. Okay. And then we're going to jump into WrestleMania season, where I'll be reviewing Stand and Deliver. I'll be reviewing both nights of WrestleMania. And that is going to be our WrestleMania week. Okay. So if you guys have any content ideas for the videos on Wednesday and Thursday, then go ahead, drop those in my inbox. Go ahead, drop those in the comments below. Like and subscribe to the channel, okay? And let's just jump into this shit, man. Let's jump into this. All right. So the show starts off with Gunther coming out there, all right? So, like, it started off with, like, a little recap of Jey Uso's, situation with Gunther, and, how last week Jey Uso was out there talking about, you got a mom, Uso. Where your mom at? You talked to your mama lately? You know, that whole little promo. I ain't scared of you, Uso. That whole promo that he did on Gunther. So it was a recap of that. Gunther comes out. All right. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee were saying some shit that I could not give two shits less of about. And Gunther interrupts that. And he comes out. And I guess Michael Cole is supposed to interview him for some reason. So Michael Cole, he gets into the ring. Gunther's in the ring. He asks him, I forget what he even asked him. He asked him something like, what do you think about what Jay said last week, that he's not scared of you and all this? Gunther's like, it's a load of crap. He says he's not scared of me. That's a load of crap. Screw you. Screw Jey Uso. Screw anybody that, that stands with him. I'm the greatest gift to wrestling that's ever been. And just a bunch of nonsense, man. Just a bunch of fucking a garbled mess of not, like, Gunther is not good at cutting promos, man. Like, I think, like, I'll say this. There's been like maybe 2 promos that I've actually seen Gunther cut over the last year where I was like, okay, that was a decent promo. This is not one of them. This is not one of them, especially for a go home show, man. This was bland. It was boring. It fell flat. And that was the end of that segment, okay? Next up, we get a vignette from Miss Bianca Belair, all right, where she's talking about, where she basically says the same shit in this vignette that she was saying to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky last week, where she was saying, I did what I had to do. I won the Elimination Chamber. I got into this match the right way. No crying, no moaning, no bitching, no complaining, none of that. And now I gotta face both fucking Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and that's it. That's the whole thing. So you can be mad at the truth, but the truth is what the truth is. All right. So next up, we get Bayley and Liv Morgan. Okay, we get them in a match. Now this match was slow. It was sloppy. It was ridiculous. It was 15 minutes long, damn near 20 minutes long out this sumbitch. And it was back and forth, 50-50 the whole way down. All right. And it ended off with, how did it end off? It ended off with fucking, I believe, Raquel Rodriguez. She botched a spot, and Liv Morgan and it was a botch between all 3 of them, okay? Because Bayley didn't get Liv Morgan close enough to the ropes. But we've seen this spot 1,000 times already over the last year, where they get their foot up on the rope at the last millisecond, and the referee stops their count at the last millisecond. All right, and it doesn't make any sense. But Raquel Rodriguez was supposed to put Liv Morgan's foot on the rope, and she missed it, and the ref still stopped his count. This is the bullshit, man. This is the fucking bullshit that I be talking about, dude. Like, when it comes to these long-ass 15-minute matches, 15, 20-minute, 50-50 slugfest, the room for error is so slim. It's so slim. And you have to keep the crowd engaged in this match for 15 minutes, man. So that means you have to pull off high spot after high spot after high spot. There has to be multiple jumps out of the ring. There has to be all this shit that goes down, man. And the best that they could come up with is towards the end of the match, having Raquel put Liv's foot on the rope. And then they even botched that. They even fucking botched that. Just so we can keep the match going. And then fucking a minute and a half later, the match ends with a fucking roll-up. Because Lyra Valkyria had enough, I guess, of Raquel interfering in the match. So she runs up on Raquel, fucking clotheslines her, starts beating on her, putting the straight beats on her. And then Liv Morgan is getting ready to hit the Oblivion on Bayley. Lyra comes up behind Bayley and holds Bayley in place so that way she doesn't fall into the Oblivion. And then Bayley jumps on Liv and rolls her up. 1, 2, 3, that's it. That's the match. We spent 15 minutes, dog, to get to a roll-up. A roll-up, bruh. You know how fucking tired I am of seeing roll-ups? I can name on my hand like maybe 5, 6. I can name maybe 10 times throughout the entirety of my childhood where I saw a match end in a roll-up, because a roll-up was supposed to be something like out of the blue. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be something that like an underdog got to roll up on like a bigger, stronger, opponent. Like, that was what a roll-up was for. Now we just use roll-ups just because. Just because. And let me tell you something, Triple H. Let me tell you something, Hunter. All right? This is not how you protect anybody. You don't protect anybody by having them look like a fucking dumbass getting rolled up. Getting rolled up. And not being able to kick out of it. They weren't surprised. Or I won't say they weren't surprised, but they were surprised by it. But it's not like they were fucking tired. It's not like it was a fucking Iron Man match, right? Like this was just a simple roll them up. That's it. And then they didn't kick out this time. It just makes the whole shit look unbelievable and stupid. And then there's no fucking story to this feud, quote unquote. This feud that just got put into place this last Friday. So what does Hunter Hearst Helmsley do in order to build a little bit of hype, build a little bit of heat? Do we add a story element? Do we have them come out there, cut a promo on each other? Do we have them pull up on each other backstage? Liv Morgan and Raquel pull up on Bayley and Lyra Valkyria backstage? Run them over with a golf cart or some shit? Beat them down backstage with some golf clubs or some shit? Fuck Bayley's husband. Do they do anything that actually gets the audience intrigued to see them want to know? What does Hunter Hearst Helmsley do? Have him go out there and put on a banger. Put on a banger. And then we'll have it end and roll up. That's what he does. Because Hunter Hearst Helmsley is not a creative person. He is a fucking wrestling booker. All right? That is all he is good at. And he's not even good at that. Let's move the fuck on, all right? This match was a fucking shit show, all right? And we move on to Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns recap of their whole little situation that they've been having going on with Paul Heyman being the man in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Paul Heyman being the man in the middle. You know, he has to figure out which 40-year-old twink he's going to go with. You know what I mean? He has to figure out which young lad he's gonna get power bottomed by. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's just what this shit is. Okay, it's what it feels like, bruh. They're fighting over this fat walrus, this fucking old dude. I can't get into this storyline, bruh. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Anyways, next up we get Rey Mysterio versus Julius Creed. This was a whatever match. Rey ends up winning the match. All right, then El Grande Americano comes out and takes everybody out. The entire LWO with the fucking, that metal piece in his fucking mask that he had last week. So he kept that in his mask this week because I guess that's his gimmick or whatever now. And he took everybody out with headbutts, the flying headbutts, and all that good stuff. So, are you more hyped for this match at WrestleMania? I'm not. All right, let's move on. Next up, we get a vignette from the War Raiders. Because, I mean, whenever they come out, nobody reacts anyways. So we might as well just fucking, have you shoot a little promo and we'll edit it. And so we don't have to put you out there in front of the crowd so they can go absolutely fucking mild. Nobody will do anything. Everybody gets up to go to a fucking bathroom break, cigarette break, and all that good stuff. So there was that. I don't even remember what the fuck they were talking about. They won gold. Good job for them. All right. Next up, we get a New Day interview. The New Day says the same shit. I swear, it feels like I'm just watching the same shit over and over and over again. That's just what it feels like. Every single week, every single promo, everybody says the same shit that they said the last time that they said shit. It's getting annoying. It's really like if you watch it week by week, like I have been, and then I've been doing these reviews, right? If you watch it week by week, what you start to notice is that everybody does the same shit that they did last week or the week before that and the week before that. It's just the same shit over and over and over again. We're the New Day, and we're going to have you saying, thank God for the New Day. We're going to beat these guys up, and we're going to win these tag championships because we're the New Day. Nobody, like, can I get something of substance here, man? And then the fact that we're in an interview. I'm tired of the interview segments. Kill off the interview segments. Have them talk to each other. Have them, let me see some fucking dialogue. Fuck, man. And they were fucking advertising in the middle of this shit for Clash of Clans or some shit like that. They had some kind of fucking tablet shit that they were showing each other on their shit before the interview started. Like, damn. We already got to watch ads throughout this whole shit. And one of my subscribers, God bless her heart. Okay, God bless her heart. She was telling me, she was like, I don't really mind the ads. You just got to get the upper tier. So that way, because I don't get the ads on mine. And I had that for a little bit. But here's the thing. I don't get ads on anything else that I watch on Netflix. Nothing else that I watch on Netflix. I watch TV shows all the time. I've been watching the Chappelle Show recently. I'm getting into that new season of Black Mirror. There's so many fucking TV shows that I watch on Netflix. So many movies that I watch on Netflix. And you know what? I don't get ads. So why the fuck would I pay an extra $13 just so I cannot get ads on this one thing? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fucking do it. I'm not going to do it. And I don't think you should either. So there's that. But we get that. You know what I mean? And we move on. So after we come back from commercial, we're getting a little bit more of some Triple H nut sniffing because of all the WrestleMania matches that we could look back on. Warrior, Hogan, right? All the, you know what I'm saying? Rock, Austin, you know what I'm saying? Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. Of all the matches that we could look back on, you know what I'm saying? Daniel Bryan, I guess I understand why they're not doing the Daniel Bryan, Batista, and who the fuck was it? Daniel Bryan, Batista, and I think Randy, who was it? Randy Orton? It was somebody, right? I understand why they're not doing that because, Daniel Bryan is over on the other side right now. Fucking Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. Fucking just so many different matches that we could look back on. We look back on a Triple H match from WrestleMania. Not even his best one either. It was a good match, don't get me wrong. The end of the era between Undertaker and Triple H. It was a good match, but it wasn't fucking... It's not in my opinion, it's not an all-timer. It's not Undertaker's best match at WrestleMania. It's not Triple H's best match at WrestleMania. So I don't know why the fuck we're getting an ad for this shit, or why we're getting a recap of that shit for any other reason than to sniff Triple H's nuts. All right, so we move on from there. We get AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. This was another 15-minute fucking 50-50 slugfest. All right, that's what it was. But I will say this, and this is kind of crazy. If you've been watching my videos, you know I go off on Karrion Kross all the fucking time. I go off on him all the time. But, fuck, man. I kind of like Karrion Kross in the ring, man. I kind of like him in the ring, dog. I don't know. I kind of like him in the ring, man. He actually has some personality in the ring, right? He has a lot of... He emotes to the crowd a lot. He's able to control the crowd in the ring. He's a big, intimidating-looking guy. Like, why is this motherfucker just backstage talking shit to people? Talking about you can do better. Put this motherfucker somewhere and make him do something good. I believe in him now. Now, like, I've seen him in the ring before, but it had been so fucking long since I seen him in a damn singles match that I just stopped believing in him. But watching him in the ring with AJ Styles today, I realized this man is being absolutely fucking wasted. Wasted to the next degree. It is insane that this man is as talented as he is in the ring and even backstage, because, like, he's given shit to work with, but even the shit that he's given to work with, he does his best with it. He does his fucking best with it. So I don't know. I'm starting to become a fan of Karrion Kross. I like this match for what it was, even though it was just another 15-minute back and forth match. But whatever. AJ Styles wins off a phenomenal forearm like he never does. So Karrion Kross, you know, obviously a jobber. Logan Paul comes out. He cuts a fucking, standard generic heel promo where he shits on the crowd and where they're from. And then he shows off a little vignette that he had edited together for him. And AJ says some shit. He calls him a dumbass. And they start to brawl. Karrion Kross tries to help out Logan Paul a little bit. Or help himself. I don't know. And Logan Paul ends up getting the upper hand on AJ Styles. Hits him with that titanium fist. And then hits him with the pulverizer. And that's it. So that's good. The heel, you know what I'm saying? He has some heat going into the match at WrestleMania. So I can't be too upset about that. But obviously this story is nothing. There's not a story here at all. It's just whatever, okay? Even Logan said himself, like, this match is just going to cook. Like, that's what this match is. This match is going to cook. This match is going to draw money. That's what this match is for. It's not for a story. There is no story. It's just so they can have a good in-ring match. That's it. So, whatever. Next up, we get Jey Uso coming out for a promo. And this was one of the most forgettable parts of the night. I forgot, even before I came back to my notes right here, I forgot that this even happened, okay? Jey Uso, he basically came out and, I believe he's from Sacramento. He's, right? No, he's from San Francisco. That's right. But he's from Cali. So, I mean, he was in his home state, whatever, and the people were very, very much behind him, and he went ahead and pulled out the old yeet. All right, he cut the promo, almost the same promo as he cut last week, except just not to Gunther, and he came out in all black again. No yeet merch at all. Not even the glasses this time. He didn't even come out in the yeet glasses. So there's something. He yeets with the crowd for a little bit. And then that's it. That's that whole thing. I'm done with this whole Jey Uso experiment, dog. Been done. Next up, we get an interview with Braun Breaker. Kathy Kelly asks a generic question. Braun Breaker's like, yeah, this is gonna be my biggest match at WrestleMania so far. The biggest title defense I've ever done. And then he gets beat down by the Judgment Day. Just they come out of nowhere and just put the straight beats on bro. And it was a good beatdown. It was a pretty good beatdown. Security obviously came out, separated them all, and then that was that. Next up, we get Penta versus Finn Balor. This was another 15-minute 50-50 slugfest, just for it to end in a DQ, because obviously Braun Breaker was not going to sit down and just have that shit. He came out and started putting the beats on everybody. Put the beats on Carlito and Dominic Mysterio. Hit him with a double spear. All right, hit fucking Finn Balor with something. I forget what he hit Finn Balor with. I think Finn Balor actually got out of there. And then he was trying to hit Penta with a spear, but Penta, unlike last week, he saw it coming and he started putting the beats on Braun Breaker. And then that was that. Okay? That was that whole segment. So, whatever, man. That's just what we get. Io Sky, she cuts a promo in Japanese. She basically said, you know, she's tired of being overlooked and tired of being the third wheel in this whole little feud right here. We'll blame Triple H, sugar. Blame Triple H. All right. But, you know, she just wants to remind everyone that she's the women's world champion, and there's that. Next up, we get Paul Heyman. He's been out in the parking lot for the last hour and a half, waiting on fucking Roman Reigns to come. And before Roman Reigns gets there, CM Punk comes up, and he like is smiling at Paul Heyman, and like, I'm telling you, bro, like, this is like the game I used to spit to bitches in high school, bruh. He's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Look me in my eyes. What do you see in my eyes? Paul's looking him deep in his eyes. Paul's looking him real deep in his eyes. And Punk's like, what do you see in my eyes? Punk's like, what do you see in my eyes? Paul's like, oh, I see, I don't know, a cult of personality? CM Punk's like, no. I'm somebody that would never let any harm come to you. Never let anybody hurt you. All right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that guy. I'm your guy. I'm the first Paul Heyman guy. The first Paul Heyman power bottom. Okay? Like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, this shit's kind of getting weird, man. Then, to make it even worse, Roman Reigns pulls up right after this. Roman Reigns pulls up. And Roman Reigns said, he doesn't say anything. He just gets out of the car, gets out of the back of the car. He looks over at Paul Heyman and CM Punk sitting down together, all hugged up and shit. He just looks over there, mean mugs him, and just walks off. You know what I'm saying? Then Paul Heyman's fat ass gets up talking about, oh, my tribal chief. It's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like, my tribal chief. We head out to the fucking ring, dog. Oh, man. We head out to the ring. Fucking... And I don't know what can be said about this motherfucking main event segment that we got, man. Like, Roman Reigns is like, Sacramento, acknowledge me. Sacramento acknowledges the tribal chief. He says, see, that's how you acknowledge the tribal chief. I know that you would never betray your tribal chief, but there are some people in this arena that would. Can anybody guess who that somebody is? And the crowd starts chanting, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. And it's like, we already hear it. So it's like, what are you going to do, right? But Roman Reigns is like, yeah, I don't think Paul Heyman can hear you, Sacktown. Y'all might have to say it a little bit louder. So they get a little bit louder with it. And then Netflix starts to come in and tries to, like, blank out the you fucked up chants. And they just keep fucking up on it. Like, we keep hearing you. They're like, you fucked. Like, it's like, well, just let it go. Just let it go. We already heard it, right? But whatever, right? And Roman's like, why would you betray me? Why would you betray me, wise man? Why would you do this to me? Paul Heyman's like, I'm not betraying you, tribal chief. It's just, I have to repay back the favor. I'm just doing the favor. Roman Reigns is like, it seems like the only person that's getting screwed over here in this favor is me. Because last time I checked, favors are supposed to be paid back by the person that made the favor, but I'm the one getting screwed over here. Here comes motherfucking Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins says some shit. He says some shit about like, oh, well, now you're getting it. This match is the biggest match in WrestleMania history. The biggest triple threat in WrestleMania history because it's for the soul of our business. It's for the soul of the company. We can't have more guys like you, because if everybody goes part-time and does what you do, then the business dies. If everybody leaves, then comes back and tries to fucking profit off of everyone else's success, then the business dies. It's like, Seth, what are you doing right now? Aren't you part-time in it right now? When's the last time Seth Rollins was in a match? Like 2 months ago against CM Punk? Something like that. When's the last time Seth Rollins had a real match? Just a one-on-one, regular-ass match on Raw or SmackDown. When's the last time? When's the last time Seth Rollins had a match on a pay-per-view? When's the last time? Can anybody? No, because Seth Rollins has been part-time this entire year. This entire year, Seth Rollins has been part-time. But he has some shit to say about Roman Reigns. Shit's crazy. He just sounds like a fat-ass, fucking dumbass hypocrite right now. But he's like, these favors, you know what I'm saying? This is a choice that Paul Heyman is making, because favors don't happen by chance. They happen by choice. And Paul Heyman made his choice to go ahead and side with CM Punk. And Roman Reigns, he's like, yeah, Seth is right. Because, I mean, that is right. He is correct in that instance there. It's like he's right, you know. But then he attacks Seth Rollins, fucking Paul Heyman standing there, my tribal chief, like, just, oh my goodness, like this. You gotta hear how he said, my tribal chief, like, you gotta hear how he said it, dog. You gotta hear how he said it. He's like, I like that. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. Ooh, like, like, what is the shit that I'm watching right now, man? And then fucking Roman Reigns, he starts, you know, attacking Paul Heyman. Cause duh. Like, what do you mean? Like, I just said Seth was right, but that doesn't mean you're not wrong here. You know what I'm saying? So he attacks Seth Rollins first, puts the beats on him, then he starts putting the beats on Paul Heyman. Out comes boyfriend CM Punk, who I guess has just been in Gorilla this entire time, just waiting on this shit. Like, he was just out there with Paul Heyman in the parking lot, and then he just let all this shit go down before he actually decided to come out and do anything. So, but that's just logic. That's just what that is. I don't know. CM Punk comes out. Him and Roman Reigns, they start putting the beats on each other. And CM Punk kind of gets the upper hand, making Roman look like a fucking complete jobber. And then Seth Rollins, he basically gets CM Punk. He smacks fucking Roman Reigns in the back with a chair again, like he did all those years ago in the Shield. This is reminiscent of when he broke up the Shield. Michael Cole in our fucking ear being annoying as shit. And then he hits them both with a stomp. Paul Heyman is in the corner, looking absolutely just terrified. He's like a straight fucking goober. And the crowd's just behind Seth Rollins, just singing, whoa, whoa. And then the show goes off the air. This is like pure fan fiction right here. Like, this is homoerotic fan fiction right here. Like, they're fighting over Paul Heyman right now, man. Because why else are they fighting? Like, seriously. Seth can say that it's for the soul of the company and all this shit, but that shit just came into play. Like, he's been trying to get that shit over, but nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. He's talking about this is for the future of the company, the future of the business. Nan one of these motherfuckers is the future of the business. Every last one of them is 40 years plus. So what is he talking about? It's for the future of the company. It's for the soul of the business. Shut up. They're fighting over fucking Paul Heyman's, over his snatch. All right? And that just is what it is. It is what it is, man. And I can't watch this shit without seeing just, like I said, just high school drama. just homoerotic high school drama. That's what it is, man. That is what we're watching at this point. And it's just bad. It's just bad. It'd be one thing if it was good, right? If there was actual real intriguing drama here, but there's not. There's not. It's not that at all, man. And this was the go home show. This was the go home show. This was their last opportunity here to get the people hyped for WrestleMania as far as Raw goes. And in my opinion, they absolutely flubbed it. They phoned it in for most of the night and put most of their creativity and all that shit into this final segment of the night. And this shit just came off weird, just boring. Seth Rollins is fucking a goober. Roman Reigns looks like a jobber. CM Punk looks like he's really trying to get at that Paul Heyman ass. Like, this whole thing was just weird, bruh. I can't give this episode anything over a fucking 2 out of 10. I can't. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I'll see y'all tomorrow for tomorrow's video. We'll be doing that NXT review. And I'll be seeing y'all throughout the week, because this is WrestleMania week, baby. So, thank you guys for sticking around this long. If you have, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe on the video. And comment down below if you want to hear some more. This has been your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.